Just a few more quick thoughts from me, folks, on the riots that are taking over various towns and cities throughout the UK at the moment. I've just got to ask, do folk not realise that they're just pawns in a war that's not our war, run by people that just don't care about us and care about how we get hurt and what happens to us? They're just feeding their own end. I mean, it's run by sort of, these are, do they call them right-wingers or whatever they are, just thugs. Probably guys that used to like the thuggery at football matches many years ago, the kind that like to disrupt. I mean, I'm seeing towns and cities being absolutely decimated in parts, and innocent upholders of the law, whether you like the police or not, just trying to do the job and getting injured for no reason at all. And it's all hidden behind what happened to those very sad young kiddies in Southport, and behind migrants coming over on boats. It's all just racist based. And I mean, I seen something earlier today by Billy Moore and his All or Nothing podcast. I seen something last night he did as well, both really good. Don't know the fella at all, I've mentioned him a few times. I like him a lot, I think he's great at what he does. And he was showing a road, I think it was County Road, I think it was called, in Walton. I go to Liverpool pretty regular for a night out. I've always said it on here before, folks, for all I'm a massive Manchester United fan, I'm in between Manchester and Liverpool, love the Manx, no problem at all, but unlike most United fans, I love the Scousers as well. You just won't beat nicer. I love the place, I love the people, I love their attitude towards life, and I just watched his podcast and I felt so very sorry for him. I mean, they've ripped the guts out of a shop there. Yes, it's run by Asians, but that's not a problem. They've every right to be over here, just as we all have ourselves. Everything that's worth anything's been stolen. Cigarettes, money and everything else just looted. I mean, how does looting shops do anything for folks that have had the young children killed? How does what's happening in the streets and hurting police have anything to do with it? Especially when the parents of these children are saying the police have been brilliant throughout the ordeals that they've suffered from start to finish. I just don't get it yet. It's happening on a daily basis, and I'm thinking, when is it going to end? When is it going to end? We've almost got another war going on, and it's crazy. We know it's bad out there. The country's got problems. Food prices, horrendous. Fuel, horrendous. Energy, horrendous. Everything's horrendous. Labour have got in, they say, is a 20 billion black hole, and it's the pensioners that are going to struggle for it. They're going to lose winter fuel allowances, which is sad. It's wrong. The country's knackered, but what they're doing isn't making anything any better. It's just making things worse. They're just putting more and more stress on the public purse for extra policing, extra man hours, and the cleaning up operations and everything else. The new government wants to try and get the country moving again, get it going. I'm not sure they're capable of it. I'm not sure they're going to succeed. But they're doing it with their hands tied behind the back at the moment because they can't get for going because of all this that's happening on the streets. It's just crazy. Every day you turn on your TV or open a newspaper, there's something else happening, and then something else happened. It's all come on the back of those fatalities in Southport. How is it helping anybody in Southport? Any parent, any child, any relative of any of the children that were injured or, should I say, killed? How is it helping anybody? It's not doing any good at all. As we say, that the person that carried out this heinous crime, it was horrendous. Born over here, yeah, so he's of foreign origin, but 17 years of age, born over here. What's that got to do with migrants and people coming over on boats? It's nothing. Nothing at all. We can say, okay, well, no foreigners should live over here, nobody other than white skin, but as I said the other day, we've got plenty of Brits that live in America, live in Australia, and all other countries. If we can emigrate to there and live there, why can't other folk come here? Yes, it's becoming an epidemic, and yes, we're not on top of it. I get that. Things have to be done. But rioting on the streets in the name of what happened in Southport isn't going to help anybody. These morons behind these riots, they're loving it. They're absolutely loving it. They're seeing the police getting battered. They're seeing cars overturned and fires on the streets. They're seeing chaos. They're revelling in it. But it's innocent folk that are getting arrested and getting hurt in these skirmishes. And I mean, when I say that, I mean the public as well as the police. When are people going to learn? They're just puppets, and they're being controlled by puppet masters. Absolutely crazy. I'll tell you this, folks, for a fact, I'll never go into the streets watching or supporting or anything like that. And I do hope that my children and grandchildren don't get involved, because that's a worry for me as it escalates even more. You just drag innocent folks in that know nothing about nothing and care nothing about these protests, these riots. Very, very worrying. What's it going to take a couple of people to get killed within these riots for them maybe to stop then? So that's more deaths on top of the 3 young children. Don't think the children or the parents would want that, do you? Really? I don't. Let's hope it ends and ends very, very quickly.